Okay, Bridge Nation, and no, you're like, what? No, but that no. That voice doesn't sound strong enough for the Monday morning. Good morning, Bridge Nation. It is your girl, Queen Jo Jo, and I will be filling in alongside Shelz for Richie B. He's not feeling so well this morning, and you know, when you're having the little sniffles, it's best to stay away from folks and make sure that you feel better. So Richie, get well soon, and we see you on Wednesday, God's willing.
All right, now Bridge Nation, without further ado, let's get on to WTF. That's what the fact. Now here we're going. This feel like a nickname I'm gonna use going forward for some boy I read, but I know. I like that name a bud still. So it's called, there's an animal out there called the African the African lungfish. Yeah man, like what we have. Yeah man, the African lungfish can survive out of water for a year. Nah man, well under this not normal. So here we're going, Bridge Nation, to manage this life-threatening situation. The lungfish secretes a thin layer of mucus around itself that dries into a cocoon. Okay. It can live out of water in this cocoon for up to a year, breathing through its lungs until rains refill its waterway. The African lungfish also hibernates in water. What a thing.
Really? I when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness. There's absolutely no way not going to tell me that there's a higher being than us, because what?
Yeah.
What?
A real thing, man. And also, I'm always like in awe of the animal kingdom, because I feel like them better prepared for the world than we are as humans. Like
I feel like they will survive.
Yeah, we have to destroy the planet to survive. Like human beings, we feel like we have to destroy the planet in order to survive. While animals, like them just work with what them have, like with what nature give them. And look like nature never give much, apparently. Oh boy.
I think we have a lot in it. It's just that we haven't tapped into
our brain. Our brain, the normal still.
Yeah, we not use
it. We not use it properly.
Not even a little bit our brain we use right now. Not even tips. And for those who are going the extra mile, still not use enough. So you know how that is.
Damn, yeah, sure. Ah boy. Well, big up the African lungfish. Yeah. And these are the facts that we share, Bridge Nation, during WTF. What the fact?
Yeah, get them all.
Alright, Bridge Nation. Boy, enough things going over the weekend, you know. Enough things going, but one of the things we have to talk about are sad vibes right now. Boom Dynamite, Jaja. Boom Dynamite, the man transitioning. Zimmy, Bridge Nation, yeah man. Boom Dynamite is dead. Jaja. Former Scare Them crew member Boom Dynamite died yesterday morning in a hospital in the US after suffering a major relapse during his recovery from a terrible car accident in April. Now, Boom Dynamite traveled to the US yesterday, but after he came off the plane, he fainted away. He started to foam at the mouth, so they rushed him to a hospital and he died shortly afterwards, a source told news outlets. Now, the US doctors say the US doctors say he had blood clots, all sorts of complications. He had pneumonia, and the doctors also said that a lot of his medical issues were ignored wherever he was being treated in Jamaica. Now, as it relates to the accident itself, of course, it occurred on Halfway Tree Road near a popular bakery in late April, and another rising DJ, Willful Skillful, was also injured in the accident. Dynamite was hospitalized while Willful Skillful was discharged and sent home. Days later, Boom Dynamite, whose real name is Herman Stewart, was discharged from the Kingston Public Hospital. Now, Willful Skillful was distraught upon hearing the news. He said, Bounty Killer told me that Boom Fly gone to the US and we just wake and do some laundry and start get beer phone call. Said the man gone. Jaja. A tearful, Willful Skillful said. Jaja.
Yeah, that's really sad.
That one a rough, Bridge Nation. I'm not gonna lie, and I know a lot of persons, JoJo odds, were actually looking forward to his appearance. I believe he was gonna make an appearance at some festival.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, Jaja. A lot of questions. We're passing like this, JoJo. I hate when people transition, leaving like loved ones behind with a lot of uncertainty, like a lot of unanswered questions, and they need closure and things, because right now it's obvious that the general was what they would call a flight risk, like he's like in
so it's like, didn't a doctor share that, listen, you can't fly right now?
And then if it's a case where if them didn't know, You know what I mean? Because I'm sure if they knew, they would have say, yo, you know, flying with all you are right now is nuts. Because we hear enough time when them say, oh, people are fly risk, but you stay grounded and sting.
And it would seem that he did not fully recuperate. So that means, you know, if you're not fully recuperated, you cannot fly.
Don't make no
There's
sense.
so many things that happens to your body when you're all the way in the air. You know, so it could be a blood clot, it could be anything. You don't know what it is, you know. So it's really unfortunate. You know, it's a great loss to the culture, community. So
I swear. We haven't heard anything from Killer. We know it's a Killer very heavily affiliated, you know. But yeah, that one. Another thing though is that another, I guess, unnecessary spotlight is now on our healthcare system out here. Again, you know what I mean? Where people are saying, "Yo, boy, what going on? Only just have the man there." Is it a case where it was our healthcare system or the people who was around? Boom, never did I go to the doctor? Like, there's so many questions.
There's so many variables when it comes to health and men too. I think sometimes men are of the opinion that if I don't go to the doctor, then nothing is wrong with me. And as soon as I go to, but sometimes you have issues, you know, and our healthcare system needs work as well. You know, I think we are treated poorly, you know, just for being poor, or just for not having a certain status as they believe, or not having the money to go to a certain doctor, private doctor. And I think that for healthcare should be broad, and everybody's supposed to be should access it and good access it in a way. Good health care in a way where you don't feel off because you're not at that level or that class.
I'm with you on that. And
there's so much.
But what we can do as a public Bridge Nation, just kind of not try to fuel the speculation right now.
Yes,
respect the family, privacy and things. Most of the can do right now, just send out the prayers and condolences. Enough love to the family and friends of Boom Dynamite. Enough respect, General. Sleeping Power Yazid.
Yep.
Jojo.
All right, so I'm gonna
good news for you, Jojo.
Give you some good news, Bridge Nation, especially the females. Big up yourself this morning. So, Dexter Daps and Elaine creates magic in Cetia video. Listen, I watched this video. I was like, oh my god, this is too cute. Oh, the chemistry is just.
Yeah, I never saw this coming.
Listen, it was too natural. But listen, I knew on Dexter Daps' first album, he did a song with her. If man ever, you know.
Hey, Jody, I gonna know everything about Daps.
Yeah, so, you know, that was a really good tune, right?
Okay. You know, I get you with that video, you know. The eye contact.
Listen.
No, sir.
It's too natural for me. Look here, Ali, I'm telling you this.
Wow. Okay, Jojo. They're working, Jojo. They're working, Jojo.
Push it down, ground the center, Ali. What are you doing, man?
Yeah, big tune. I like it. It's a good look.
It is. I absolutely love how natural the chemistry is between them, and then their voices just really blends well together. So Dexter, again, you have had me fall in love with you all over again. I don't care what nobody says.
Here we go.
You are amazing, sir.
All right.
You should pass through top of the bridge up and go. Don't hate.
All right, here we go.
Appreciate.
I'm just okay. All right, I'll say so. Can I wrap up update now? Yeah, so Bridge Nation, check out the Dexter Daps and Alien video and the new tune. See it here. It's a good look. All right, Jojo, you're good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Bridge Nation, that was it for update. 6:46 in the AM, and it's now time for the proverb of the day.
So, what's the proverb of the day? Talk and taste your tongue.
What? Well, on the Jojo.
So, the proverb of the day this morning, Bridge Nation, Shelz, Odds, and Kevin over there that is rolling his eyes. The proverb is talk and taste your tongue.
Kind of kinky for the morning.
No, it's not, Shelz. Now you need to get your mind out the gutter. Get it out of there.
All right, before we get to that, what the meaning, Jojo?
The meaning of this proverb is think before you speak.
Talk and taste your tongue.
Talk and taste your tongue.
Think before you speak.
No. Think before you speak.
I know, I agree 100%. Or in the case of the politician, 200% with the meanings. You see me? I say. Yeah, man, I agree 200% with the meaning. You see me? But yeah, the proverb kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I've heard it before though.
Me know, Jody, you're
It's my what?
No, I mean in terms of Proverbs, Jojo. Jojo, get your mind out of the gutter, Jojo. Sheesh. We played Exodus one time. We played Exodus one time from morning in your mind.
I'm don't mix me. Hear me, I tell you. Hi Dexter, good morning.
Alright, so that's the proverb of the day. Talk and taste your tongue. And the meaning, think before you speak. Alright, nice.
Alright, my pet peeve.
Oh, pet peeve time now.
I go by pet peeve. You know, pet peeve are things that people do to annoy you.
And irritate you and upset you.
Yeah. Give you cross, angry, miserable kind of vibes. Alright, so you know me like to share my business. Every now and then I get a little piece of my business. Boom. Why is it,
here we go.
Shelz, men think that me you know work out. You're farm fool. And every minute now you come and bother my nerves. What you message me and I call me for?
So after
you're farm fool, because that's what I want to say. You're farm fool.
Yeah, farm fool, and the relationship no work out.
It no work out. The dating scene and talking to you, realize that you're special.
Yeah.
Right? And all of a sudden, you up the ante of ringing my phone, calling me regular now, messaging me regular now, checking up on me. Sir, that was supposed to be done when we were together.
Yeah.
Love me. And where from you, sir? Yeah, it's a pet peeve of mine. Leave me alone.
It's a pet peeve for a lot of women. But not like me used to do them thing there.
Why? That's so toxic.
After the relationship done, you show up at the window with the boombox over your head. Baby, come back. You see me? You can blame it all on me. You see me? One of them vibe there. You see me? Like, but I don't know why we do it. It's a form of manipulation. I'm not going like in hindsight. Cause men, we have this thing, especially
and I think what it is, Shelz, sorry to cut it, is that it's almost like, oh, she look happy
without me.
So come at me, go bother her nerves.
Yeah, someone on meds, but like some of them is just that they still can't quite let go of the fact that you're no longer accessible.
So and you no longer can make a mockery.
Yeah, so it's a sense of that type of manipulation or or gaslighting and vibes like that. It's just them. I don't think about Kevin for the Bridge Nation who check out the stream. So when they say would show up with the speaker box over there, you know when you do something wrong as a man, just remember the Valiant and Starcash video. When Valiant forward, the narcissistic video, a man fall. No, don't leave me alone. Yeah. Bear that. Yeah, but no, it's a form of manipulation. And the man them need for build. Like after she walk out of your life, she happy. I saw it go. You messed up. You see me? That's like she's no longer accessible. So nobody try.
No, stop bringing people for men and women. It's so annoying.
I can't say that.
It is so annoying because you were supposed to do all of that before, and then no people gone about them business and try to get them life together.
And running.
Yeah,
man.
Sir, bye.
And it is equally annoying when the roles reverse.
Yeah.
Just so that
I'm in trouble people, son.
Yeah, but when the roles reverse, it's equally annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Alright,
don't do it.
Don't do it. So we got a reasoning right now. Jojo, odds we saw going. We don't said me personally, Jojo said it. I said it when we were off the talkaphone. I said that me personally kind of move beyond this whole thing, but me tell you after we have the reasoning why. But the whole situation with the salary increase for our parliamentarians and vibes like that. Now we're seeing that, for example, last week, the General Secretary of the People's National Party shared his thoughts. That's Dr. Nathan Campbell on the recent salary increases for parliamentarians. Dr. Campbell said pay increases for politicians should be accompanied by a job description and performance management system to hold them accountable. Cool. Dr. Campbell also argued that it is almost unconscionable that workers were given a 20% increase while politicians received a massive pay increase despite them not having a job description or key performance indicators. Now, he said, and I quote, "You don't have any way of assessing them. You don't have any way of recalling them." He said, "When I'm working in the hospital, I have to abide by certain codes. There are regulations there that I'm graded against, and then my salary was just increased by 20%. And then in another field, I have none of those things, and the salary is increased by 300%, he shared.
So, you see, if Dr. Nathan Campbell
That's interesting.
is honest enough to share that, listen,
Yeah.
as a doctor, these are some of the things I'm expected to do. And if it's not
And he does
done,
them.
Yes,
And he does them. That's the thing.
And if he doesn't, he will not have a job.
That's right.
You understand me? And he'll probably lose his license
Mm-hmm.
as well. So I think this is what also Miss Calder was saying from Jump last week when you guys had a conversation with her. She's like, she was saying that she doesn't even have a problem with the increase necessarily, but who is going to hold them accountable? With a 300% increase? You know, where is the job description? What is your job, and what are the consequences when you do not do your job?
You see that, and of course, you know, leader of the opposition, Mark Golden, he Mr. Golding pledged 80% of his salary increase, that is, to needy causes. So, I mean, listen,
it's interesting, you know, because most persons are saying that, you know, both party wins in this case. So even though for the most part the two PNP members, Mark Golden and Dr. Campbell are saying, you know what, we are against this. I want to hear what the rest of the People's National Party members have to say. What are they saying? And are they in agreement with Dr. Campbell and Mark Golden as well? You know? And it's interesting to see. I'd love to hear, because we know that the People's National Party is a split.
Yeah, there's a split.
You know, there's a divide. So is everybody on the same page? Or is it a case where they're like, okay, it's full time? And I'm not saying that nobody deserves their pay increase or their pay. I'm just saying it's the increase for me. I am privy to information about persons living below the poverty line, and you give yourself a 300% increase. I have a problem with that. And this is Jody and Cardell Beckford giving her opinion on this. This is not Bridge opinion.
That is it.
I have a problem when there's so many things to be done in our communities. Where I'm from, there are working class people. We have doctors, we have nurses, we have police officers, and our roads are it's embarrassing. The potholes it's ridiculous. And I know our council, I know the person, and they're not doing anything, but they're in the newspaper talking. And I'm saying, what am I giving you my tax money for?
You know,
accountability.
That's what for me thoughts.
That is going to be very, very important, you know, with all these increases and stuff like that. And my thing, honestly, Shelz and Jody, with it, coming out of a negotiations with the public servants, you understand? And you saw, we have interviewed
it was almost like pulling teeth.
You know, a lot of them.
It was like pulling teeth. It was difficult.
And for them to get the kind of percentage.
Rough. Weeks. Months.
You understand?
Yeah. And they lost, you know. That's the thing, you know. Because the benefits that they would usually get, the allowances that they would usually get, they don't get that anymore. So you get a 20% increase, and then the tax take out all of that. You understand me? And you're left with nothing. There's no extra added benefit. And I'm saying these politicians get the 300% increase, and they also have the allowances. So I'm saying, how much?
I have no problem in pay increase, you know, none whatsoever. But honestly,
300.
In my lifetime, I can't remember hearing a
come on,
bro. I have never been a no. I was like I said, it's not a joke. I never know some percentage. Because I go say, it's not a joke thing.
Listen, now I know. Listen, I feel like I know it's bad. And Bridge Nation, you can share your views with us at 876-551-5782 about how you feel. You know, even how you feel about the opposition sharing that they're gonna Mark Golden, the opposition leader, sharing that 80% of his salary increase he will be giving or donating towards charitable causes, right? And then now Dr. Dayton said he will only take 20%.
Yeah,
he will only take a 20% increase as well. You know, so share your views on that.
You know, all right, so I said it earlier before we started the reasoning. When me there, where Shelz there and this whole thing, I'm definitely about accountability.
Yes.
You see me I say? But me, as a citizen of this country, and I don't say this proudly, you know, Jody, Bridge Nation. I don't say this proudly. As much as I might come off as a gimmicks man, but I don't say this proudly. I personally don't see how me can hold them politician accountable. Right? Just because of all the system set up.
Yeah.
You understand what I said? Like, I know, people bear in mind that, they work for us, and I get that narrative. But in a real life, it don't feel that way.
Yeah.
You understand?
I understand.
You see me, I say, like, for a young man like myself, I don't feel like I can look upon an MP or the Prime Minister and say, boy, sir, or ma'am, like, and I don't feel like I can make a change like that. You see me? So personally,
and it's so sad.
It's sad. It's sad
because
it's sad.
I don't know. I want to say this in a way that I probably won't get in a lot of trouble, but oh well. The thing is, and that means they're succeeding in taking away our youth's power. And the people's power as well.
Yeah,
because I don't think we understand that we outnumber them. And I don't mean this in a violent way, that we do outnumber them.
And them work for us.
Any day we realize what unity, the strength of unity.
Yeah.
Because you see, I remember we were saying it off air. Like, imagine if all the slaves were like, bye.
Yeah.
Master, I already have beat me now. We get used to this.
Yeah, man.
We get used to that.
There's nothing we can do.
There's nothing we can do. I just take the beat me until we're there.
You know, honestly, again, I've said it before, Shelz and Jody.
Yeah.
I personally think that there's something else.
Something that's forward. And with that being said,
with all the firestorm,
I believe that today. I believe that. Just because
I believe that
if you pre-like the trajectory of Minister Clark do him thing, him drop a bombshell.
Yeah.
And then you don't know Jamaica talk about it, the world talk about it, and then just follow up with something else to kind of like smooth over things, right?
I
feel like something forward. But with that being said, though, odds. Yeah. Let's say him forward with something that kind of balance out the equation.
In what sense?
I don't know. Remember some me don't know what me can do.
Because I'm like, how do you balance unless you're gonna give us give people a pay increase? I don't see how you balance anything.
But my thing is that let's say I'm forward with something that balance out the thing. Odds would Mr. Golding and Dr. Campbell, retract their statements, or them are gonna just still.
I think they might just, especially for Mark Golding, I think he will stick to. I think he will stick to that. If nobody else stick to it, I think Mark Golding will stick to what he has said.
Hey,
but it's funny too how to see, as we get to the end of the discussion, it was funny to see how the members of the JLP party responded to Person's outrage. It was such a slap in the face. It was interesting to see their response. Like, they're the only one working hard. Oh, if you want, then take my phone, and
I saw
because
some of those
at
comments.
3 a.m. or whatever. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm working 24/7. Where are you? I barely get anything that you get in regards to pay, and I work up until.
If I want thing want to work Bridge Nation, never try compare struggles.
Don't
it not gonna end pretty. You could have be a doctor who save 100 lives a day time. Don't try compare. Just do your work. Just do your work. Nobody get up and just be like justify things because of your struggle. Like, everybody have struggle, especially in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You understand me? But I do believe that the Prime Minister, is a knowledgeable man. He's a sensible man. I'm sure he's gonna put things in place in terms of like what Dr. Campbell is suggesting. In terms of like management system and stuff. I'm hoping, JoJo.
Did you hear the response though?
I've seen the quotes, I've heard everything, but I have faith in a bro G. Isn't it? I
really hope that. And I don't want, the thing that you said, Shelz, that really hurts is the fact that our youths are losing.
No, trust me.
That zeal.
I don't want to feel like, I don't want to even be a voice for push that narrative there, because I don't feel good sharing that. But Bridge Nation, I'm going to tell you the truth.
And
enough of we youths,
enough of
we youths, we just be like, yo, it is what it is.
You
think government says so?
Unfortunate.
It go so.
You think it's hopeless? Being hopeless.
That's what is happening, and you don't want your next generation to feel hopeless.
Yeah, and then that whole narrative of like, yo, we're doing this because we want to attract Yeah, me no want going on no work because the money. Like it's on our way. Like if me I go into the work just because of the money, then we go backwards.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a work
Because
we
then
for the
you
people.
don't care about the people.
Yeah, if it's a work for the people, yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it
Let's
is.
see.
It is.
But,
Let's see what happens.
Personally, I honestly believe that there's
Something
something.
off a fraud.
It
Something
has
off a
to be
fraud.
something.
I weep for my country.
Let me tell
I
you.
weep for the people.
We
We
weep for
are
the people.
struggling. There are people that live below poverty line. There's somebody right now that haven't eaten since yesterday, if not since Saturday. You know, their living conditions are deplorable.
Yeah.
And we're talking about children, we're talking about adolescents, we're talking about teenagers, and we're talking about adults, and we're talking about senior citizens who are suffering. And I feel as though, yes, you could have even take 100% increase and then use the 200 there for, do something for the people. You know, our health system is deplorable.
This all me say I got happen.
Come on now, man.
I don't want to think right
There's
now.
much to do.
Until Audley's prophecy forward, or
Yeah.
the minister forward and say something, Minister Nigel Clark forward and say something. I think the best way forward is that right now, Bridge Nation, wanna see what I go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Since I this are the pay them I get, hold your leaders accountable. That is it. That's the best way forward right now. You know, so
And
election
unite.
after forward.
And
Election
unite,
after
man.
forward. So it's either whatever you choose, whether you choose, don't go out, a phone of voice.
Yes.
Hold them accountable.
And
That's
there are
it.
ways to do it.
That's easy.
Yep, Bridge Nation.
That's the way I left it.
Yep.
But the conversation continues. You guys can share your thoughts with us on the WhatsApp text line. That's 876-551-5782. But in the meantime and in between time, I go get back to some music, no? The reason why I said it's a very interesting connection because I don't know how him reach back. UK so fast. You know what I mean? This man has been touring. The general himself. Robo Ranks.
Hey, Robo.
Robo, you there?
I guess.
I am. I'm here.
That is it. So I have to ask, bro, like, last night, I saw your post, Shell down Kenya with the good reggae music. But, and you're in UK right now.
I'm in the UK right now, and as JoJo can testify, I'm very late in the UK. I literally just arrived back a few hours ago. Crazy long flight. But yeah, we just did the rep the culture, and now we are back, my brother.
Wow. Man, so how was it though? How was the vibe over there in Nairobi?
It's always amazing out there. One of my slogans now, which I think I'm gonna keep it forever, is what's not broken, don't try to fix it.
That's right.
Doesn't need any repairing. It doesn't need any altering. The culture is alive and kicking. It's the music that people all over the world has grown up on, and we really must appreciate the power of reggae, power of dance, or power of the culture around the world, and like witnessing it firsthand again. I've done it before, but witnessing it firsthand again, like thousands of people pulling up, young, the party scene. Nairobi's like a party culture anyway, but to see people out there like in droves listening to culture is amazing, man. It was a crazy look. Good look.
Wow, I really appreciate that because it doesn't know say it's like it's a different perspective when you see that type of energy is happening so far from the shores of its origin. Yeah, like it's a different vibe. Because I've been to Nairobi myself, and I remember going to one of the clubs over there, and just to see people singing word for word Vibes Cartel, a cartel song that I never even remembered. You know what I mean? It's like a different energy. So I'm glad you were able to rep the culture, bro. I'm really proud of you. Enough respect.
Yeah, it was a good look. I mean, the dancehall is like one thing, but reggae is like, it's been
crazy.
long since been like the foundation that the culture's been built on. You go to a slum, you'll pass a slum, which they still have like two of the biggest slums in the world, Kibera and Dandora, which is kind of breaks my heart to see people living in a certain condition where you see mountains of money being thrown into like African countries and cities like Nairobi, which is being built. I mean, so supersized. I mean, these cities will within few years, bro. It's just a fact. It's gonna surpass what we see in the Western world.
Wow.
Nairobi is so great. And then you see a slum like Kibera or Dandora. You pass it and watch these kids in the streets, hungry, begging for food. And every household, door to door, you can hear reggae playing.
Wow.
just hear reggae. That's the backdrop of their lives. The music that comes out of Jamaica. That is the music that they use to, that's the music they use to soothe them. The backdrop of their culture is reggae. And it's a, to see how powerful the music is and how it reaches people and does what it does.
Yeah.
Bro, you appreciate so much, like here, that you're like, yo, I'm never gonna change. As long as I've got people like millions of ears listening to our music, why do we need to change?
To change it. That's the perspective we need right now going into the music, bro. You want us to kick it off or you got this?
Yes, please.
All right.
Please.
DJ Oz, what you got for the people?
So, we have a guest in studio with us this morning.
Special guest.
You know how we do it on a Monday morning.
What
Here, we try to just bring in like a gospel.
No, man, we'll try to
Set
bring in
the
Wally.
tone for the week.
Wally for gospel to
Right,
bring in.
set the tone for the week because we need all the inspiration we can get, Bridge Nation.
Amen.
So our guest this morning is KimAlex. Welcome to the Bridge 99 FM, KimAlex. How are you this morning?
Thank you.
Go on. We're hearing Kim now.
Kim is fine.
I'm fine, thank you.
You are most welcome. So KimAlex hails from the community of Blue Mountain, and which is situated a part of Manchester. She was born to her parents, Veronica Johnson and
Ceylon.
Ceylon
Yes.
Bent. Okay, see, Mr. Bent, I apologize. Okay. Kim is the youngest of two siblings, and her talent was recognized from the tender age of 6 years old at the Blue Mountain Seventh-day Adventist Baptist Church. She performed with the Redeemed Messenger Youth Group during her teenage years. Of course, when you have a talent, there's absolutely no way it can be hidden. So when she was in high school, which is Belfield High School, her talent was further recognized by teachers and students, right? She performed with the school choir as their leader. And when she went further on in her career, and she became a backup vocalist, right? So she started, you hear the journey, Shelz, right?
Yeah.
And after being a backup vocalist for such a long time, Kim decided that, I think it's time for me to shine. It's time for me to do my ministry.
That's good.
And she decided to take on the solo career as a gospel recording artist, right? And Kim has done backup vocals for many artists, and she also, this is a big deal, Bridge Nation, she also shared the stage with world-renowned gospel artist Shirley Caesar. That's another small feat in her, Kim. So we're going to talk about that. So Kim has been dormant for a little while, just laying low, but she's back with a wonderful song that I listened to. It's called Addictive Love. And we're going to get into that right now. Shelz, it's a gospel song. All right?
What you think we're going to get
It's a gospel song.
I like the title.
So Kim, tell us about your journey. Just the from recognizing that at a young age that you have the gift of singing, and realizing that this is not something that should be hidden, and you're going to make it your ministry, I would assume. Talk to us about that.
Okay, so when I found out at the age of 6 that I actually had that God-given talent, I would sing around the house and everybody would say, Jesus, here shall make pure nice, pure nice. But I didn't mind making the noise. They didn't mind either because they realized, that it was a special gift. They used to call me their little angel, hummingbird. And I liked it. I liked the idea. And I started singing in church, as you mentioned in my biography, singing with the group, called the Messengers, singing at school. I used to sing at school like every morning in devotions. They always called me to lead the songs. I sang with my school choir. I was the lead singer as well. And there was just this one little open doorway of opportunity for me when I went to a church fun day.
Okay.
And I met a producer by the name of Gifton Smith and Robert and Genevieve Bailey. They were having a competition. I didn't want to participate, but I did. I went. I still went. And I came first place.
Nice.
And they gave me a recording contract for a song to do my first single.
Wow.
I think I was around 12.
Wow,
that age at
very
that time.
young.
Yes. So I have been singing background vocals from that time when I started, because the producer, he recognized that, whoa, I have a certain sound. I can do background vocals. So he groomed me that way.
Okay.
And he had this background vocalist. Her name was Pinky, so we did an album called Pinky and Kim.
Oh,
Ah.
So do it, and from there, we were just singing on stage for like Gospel JCDC competition. We sang BVGs for the finalists, as well as guest artists such as George Banton
Wow.
and a couple more of them.
Wow.
And from there, I moved on. From there, as you mentioned, I was dormant for a while. You know, I strongly believe that it wasn't my time at then, but I had started a solo album before, but I didn't think the Lord was ready for me at that time.
Okay.
So I had laid low for quite some time, you know, getting to know KimAlex somewhere. I wasn't KimAlex back then.
Right.
It was just
Okay.
Kim
You
Billy.
were just Kim.
Right.
So speak to us about the transition from backup vocalist to pursuing your own career, because it's so easy to be, you know, on the back burner. I'll say this as a producer, it's amazing. But when you have to come to the forefront and, you know, be seen, it can be a little bit different. So talk to us about that transition.
Okay, so it wasn't hard to transition because I guess because I've already had the opportunity of doing so much on stage performances, even though I was in the back, but you could have still seen me.
Yes.
So stage fright, it was minimal, although you know you still do get some butterflies sometimes, but it wasn't hard for me. It was pretty easy. I started my solo album, but as I said before, you know, laying low because it wasn't my time. It wasn't the Lord's time.
I respect that.
Right, so I've started now. Right, so I did my first show, started in the late 2022, which was in Discovery Bay. Started out the new year 2023 doing Genesis.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so you had a good start.
Yes, so I've been doing quite a few shows. Well, not few, but a
We give
good
thanks.
amount. A
Yeah.
good amount, like over 13 shows,
I know
14
shows like
so
him.
far.
I know show that.
That's a lot.
I know show that.
That's
yeah.
a small.
will
That's
give
a lot of
thanks.
shows, KimAlex.
Right,
Come
so-
on now.
But I'm still, so I believe, you know, now's the time. The Lord says it's time to start now. So I've been doing his work since the new year kicked in, you know,
I love
been
that.
working, doing a lot of stuff, making new music, videos.
Nice.
So we're on our way, and there's a lot more to come from KimAlex Ministries. So we're getting it out there.
I love that. I love that. No, KimAlex. I don't know if it's a challenge that you're facing as a gospel artist, but I'm curious to find out, like, when you made the decision, because I believe it's one thing. Yeah, you're singing in the church, you're singing in schools, you seem to get a lot more support. But once you say, you know, more I make money from my talent, and say, oh, let me go in the gospel artist world. What was the reception like from the church community when you made that leap?
Well, how we look at it as children of God is not all about making money. So we don't see it that way.
Okay.
We don't see it as financial gain, but you know, seeking souls for the kingdom of God, and it's a ministry. It's not a performance.
Right.
It's a ministry. So when we go out there, and even though you will be paid, yes, a swiping or whatever it may be, it's not doing it unto man or for yourself, because what you realize is that the message that we put out here as gospel ministers is not speaking towards us as an
Right.
individual of self, but we're speaking towards one person, that's God himself.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
I
And
love that.
That's so important because when your music is supposed to convert, to change, you know, to uplift, to inspire.
Exactly.
So that's important. So as we speak about your music, talk to us about. I want to know about the title and also the song, "Addictive Love," because normally when persons hear such a title, you know what we're thinking.
Yeah, I
already.
think
We're
something
already
like-
thinking about intimate relationship,
Yeah.
you know, man and woman kind of like.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that it has, listening to it, beautiful song, by the way.
you.
Your voice is amazing. Talk to us about having this song be that title and the inspiration behind the song.
Okay, so you mentioned something when you said when you say addictive love, you'd think it would be speaking to man and woman relationship.
Yes.
But this is actually, this addictive love it actually refers to God as an intimacy.
Yeah.
Right, that type of love.
That,
Right.
right.
You know, right. Sometimes we say we fall in love with the Lord. You know,
Right.
that type of special love that you can't find from anywhere else.
Right.
This is the type of love. So with this song now, Addictive Love, the inspiration came from when my manager and I, we were speaking, you know, so we need something different. We want a new look and we want a new genre, you know, to give the people, our audience, our listening audience, a nicer feel, a different groove or something.
Yeah.
And that's when we came up with Addictive Love. We both wrote it together.
Oh, nice.
You know, so with paying keen attention to the chorus, the words are kind of they're different because they were, you can't find those words in dictionary or
That's right.
encyclopedia or anything online. We actually created those words.
Okay, then.
I'm excited.
So the song is basically telling you, look, this is where I came from, this is where I was, from not having anything to actually where I am now, to the fact that I can show somebody love not just by speaking it, but just by showing it, giving back to helping someone else, to even let them know what kind of love they can receive from God.
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
that's really important.
Yeah.
Well, we have to wrap. We're definitely going to play that
Of
song
course.
because we have our connection with Irie Jam Radio coming up soon. But before you go, I want to know, where can persons find you and your music?
Okay, not a problem. So you can find me on Instagram, KimAlex Sings. You can find me on YouTube at KimAlex Sings. And if you want to book KimAlex, you can also message us on Instagram, also at kimalexsings@gmail.com or 876-452-2462.
All right, KimAlex.
Love that.
We're going to play her song.
Right now, let's see if we can go into Jamaica. What's in my cup
Stays in my cup. In my cup. My cup. My cup.
I'm out there, bossy.
Listen,
That was a big mug, too.
no, but you know what I missed though. I was saying it the other day when I was drinking some chocolate tea. But
Yeah.
today's
Nice.
Cersei though. Today's Cersei tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Today's
Okay,
Cersei tea.
All right.
Wow.
But when I drink my chocolate tea though, I miss me enamel mug. And I was asking if anybody in America can tell me where me can find a nice enamel mug. Me not care if it chip. It can chip on the side because when it chip, you know, say it break in. Yeah,
Oh, my God.
yeah.
This is
So
right.
this is the Cersei cup.
Yeah.
I've got here. You know, RJ, no RJ. This is not Henny, okay?
It's
no
it's
Henny in my
anything
cup.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, anything else.
So, DJ Roy, since you have tried the Cersei, now you're going to do the turmeric and the ginger, right? Because that's another thing.
Here's what I have weeks where I call no sugar week. So this is a no sugar week.
Nice,
Ah.
nice.
And there's
This
certain teas I can drink without sugar. Cersei has to be one, mint tea is another one,
Yes.
and ginger tea. I can drink those 3 teas without sugar in it. Chocolate tea, if it's not sugar in it, you know it already.
No, that never make no
The
sense.
kind of Betty milk and all
Yeah.
that.
And then
It
it
don't
make
make
no
no sense. So this is a sugar-free week for me. I try to do it once a month.
Yeah.
Where it's a sugar-free
That's
week.
important.
That's
Kudos
actually
to
kind
you.
of. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, I wish I
Yeah.
could have. You know what? I'm
You
gonna try. it.
can.
I can. No,
You mean you
no.
wish you can.
Yeah, it's just discipline.
Yeah.
Now, I was listening to you guys this morning when I was working out.
Respect.
And you was talking about something, and the only person I didn't hear comment on it was Audley.
On that note.
What's that?
No, that tells me that Audley have a pool. And he's going to, no, me hear when Shelz said, too rich for fiend blood.
Yeah.
Me hear when Jody said, well, it's not too bad. But Audley didn't say one word. Someone know if Audley a pool and if he's buying one of those things to clean the pool.
Are you oddly?
Right, you're mad.
No, you never said nothing Audley. Like Shelz said, no, me can't afford it. Jody said, boy, it pricey, but she understand. You didn't say a word.
You know
because
what?
You know what? Nobody knows say a pool.
Hiding from us.
You know, right,
Nah, listen.
actually,
Nah,
I
listen.
asked the price.
See
and,
there?
You know, again, you know,
Research.
and I got the 498.
$498. Yeah,
$498.
US.
So I
dollar.
say, wait, $5 bills?
$5 US. I'm start touching wallet at the same time.
So
you know.
like, hold on. Do I
right.
have that?
But for the listeners over there in the tri-state, for those who are quite understanding why it's such a big deal. In Jamaica, I don't know why, right? But people with pool just love hide the fact that them have pool.
True.
Man,
Them don't want nobody come over.
Because I'm going to be at your house if you have a pool, especially in this summertime.
Yeah.
Come now.
Yeah, that's true. If they have a pool, more than
Yeah, I'm gonna
even
be
if it's
at
like a
your
plastic one.
Lick or something.
I have something that I can afford. I have a horse.
That's easy. You go and put on the fancy
Put on the
sprinkler
sprinkler.
system.
Yes.
And run up and down in
Run
that.
through it.
Yeah. That's my thing there.
Which is right.
So how's the weekend?
It was a good weekend. We have, of course, tomorrow is Labor Day.
Yes.
Okay.
So, today is just like, one of them do day they just pop in for work and say, yo, we're there. Like, yeah, we're here. Checking back out. See you Wednesday. It's one of that vibe. I feel like that's what's happening all over Jamaica right now. Everybody's just giving their best on the Monday.
Yes.
Normally after a very vibrant weekend, everybody just, all Garfield on the Monday. But
That's a good. I was high energy for this.
I thought you were going to say you're high.
No. Okay, no.
You take
Shelz,
long.
you're gonna chill.
No, but I say you take long to finish the sentence.
I was upbeat this morning,
Yeah, man.
positive. And
Because
be
of
like,
tomorrow. Because of tomorrow.
I think that's what the
tomorrow.
reason is. Tomorrow is Labor Day, and I'm going to be resting.
Resting.
On Labor Day. You
Yeah.
know? But other than that, it was a good vibe for the weekend. I'm sad.
Does this mean nobody comes to work at Bridge tomorrow? Like y'all are?
There'll be about 2 persons here.
Why you stuttering, Joe?
We're just trying to manifest.
You know what? We should speak to the powers that be, because I
Yeah.
know when it comes to the holidays, the whole Caribbean, y'all take it seriously.
Oh,
Like we don't
yes.
we don't take holidays seriously. We got to work, man. And we're on the grind. But what I think we should do one time when it's a holiday and everybody's out, we should do a New York takeover. We just take over for the whole day.
Dope. That's a good
I am
idea.
not
Just
against
take
that.
over for
That's
the
a
whole day.
good
I am
idea.
not against that.
We're not against that at all.
Yeah, instead of running some tape and all them things,
Yeah.
we just take over for the whole
Yeah,
day.
man, what you say, man?
I like that.
I like that idea. I'm definitely gonna push that.
All right. We're not getting the day off. We're not afraid of work. We're not afraid of work.
All right, speaking of putting in the work, DJ Roy, you got some music for us?
Yeah, man. I'm actually, matter of fact, I got 2 new songs.
Nice.
That I got that I'm gonna see if I can get into the mix. One's not released yet. One is. But let me kick off with this, because that vibe is a Monday morning vibes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go up to 10 another time. So, Jojo, I guess we can, what do you want to do? Run through ourselves.
I will just start the folks and then
Yeah.
run through, and we can go.
And then,
from
all
there.
right, I got you.
All right.
All right, so at 7 we had a nice reasoning about the salary increase for the parliamentarians and how some are saying that we're gonna do this with our increase while some still staying quiet. Well, we know so the streets now stay quiet, but the real thing though, Jojo,
More people fed up.
see that? You see me? But the real thing that I got from it is just my attitude towards the whole thing, and I'm hoping not too many people have that.
Because we can't afford to have that.
Young people
It
like
has
that.
already happened, so let's lay arms and go about our business.
Yeah.
Because then when we have this kind of attitude, it is going to repeat itself, and they're going to make other decisions without us, and it's going to escalate to a point where we will have lost our freedom.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
And we cannot afford for that to happen.
Well, I will say is that as much as me over here say Bridge Nations, it is what it is, and whatever them want, them will do. I will just say accountability is going to be very important going forward.
Yes.
From both the leaders themselves and us the people who put them in charge for leaders. Because remember, they're working for us.
Yes.
Don't forget that. Of course, at 7:30, no winner in the secret sound game. Some people forward close.
Yes.
No, they did they, Jojo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, they did. All right. They no forward close, but wink. But Wednesday again, you guys can try, and remember the gift package noise So try
Very
again on
nice.
Wednesday. You see me? Of course, at 7:45 we had the UK connection with our bro Robo Ranks on the beat in London, 103.6 FM. And of course at 9 a.m. Jojo, we got someone nice, didn't we?
Yes, we had KimAlex, Gospel Recording Artist. Very different than the photo that I received,
Oh,
a
let me see.
promo photo.
Okay.
Kim is very soft-spoken, but the song was really good. Addictive Love.
Addictive Love.
You know, I've never heard of a gospel song with that title before, so that was interesting. But it is a good song.
Powerful
Her voice
message.
is amazing.
Yeah. And of course at 9:13 we just concluded it. Well, it wasn't 9:13, it was like 9:15. Yeah. But we just concluded our global connection with DJ Roy on IRGM Radio. All right.
Yeah.
Odds.
Yeah, man.
You know, we had fun today.
Yeah.
It was a
Jojo.
vibe.
We had fun.
It was a vibe.
You know, we sat in for the general Richie B. Richie, you don't know, so we link up again Wednesday, my bro.
Wednesday.
Just have a good day, bro. Bridge
So we're
Nation.
gonna set a quote?
Oh, I think you're not gonna say it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. I
Okay.
just wanted,
But I still want
just
some,
wanna-
you know, cause you gotta get the final word
Oh,
and then add some. Yeah, so my.
wait it. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bridge Nation, might do something a little different though. So Bridge Nation, you don't know, say, follow the Bridge 99 FM on all social media platforms. We're going with a bag of things. You see me? YouTube channel buzzing, Instagram buzzing, the Bridge 99 FM. Follow Queen JoJo on Instagram on
Queen Jo Jo Restored.
That is it. DJ Audley on Instagram on.
You know, go at DJ Audley.
And you can follow your boy Shelz on Instagram at TING. Use the pato everything _Shelly. Everything, not thing, everything. Big up yourself, Bridge Nation. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And because we love the support so much, JoJo's gonna leave you guys with a nice little quote.
Here's something to take on the day and the rest of the week. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win.
The last part, the important.
Hear that?
That's important.
All
All right.
right.
Big up yourself, Bridge Nation and DJ Audley. Have something for now. Look a bit.